I mean, I forgot there's no way to make clothes out of this change. At most you can make the fur longer. Hearing these words, Mu Yunlan's mind immediately conjured up the image of himself covered in golden hair. A shiver ran down his spine. You recall it? Lu Zhang sniffed and did as he was told. Just after completing the recall, I realized I was caught again. Mak Yunlan carried him to the chair, then pinned him down with a pair of long legs. Both hands grabbed Lu Zhang's left and right 3 ears respectively. Little 6 ears. You can't let the incarnation become like me in the future. Got it? Lu Zhang's 6 key points had all been captured, so how could he dare to refute? Responded instantly. I know. Get off me. You asked for it in the first place. Not only did she not let go, but she clutched even tighter. She lowered her head and gritted her teeth. That incarnation just now, fierce as a circle bigger than me. Did you do it on purpose? Lu Zhang blinked his eyes, revealing a bewildered expression. I don't know. I'm going by perception. When Mu Yunlan saw this budding look on his face, he thought to himself, what am I bothering with a monkey for? Instantly, he picked it up again and said, let's go. I'll take you to touch some more of the other spirit pets so that you can have some more changes in the future as well. Easy for you to get out and do your business. Lu Zhang was speechless. This girl was just now shy and annoyed. Now back to thinking about doing bad things immediately. Thanks for the support. End of chapter. Chapter 23, still, you're a little slow, requesting a follow-up. Chapter 23, still, you're a little slow, requesting a follow-up. Chapter 23, still, you're a little slow, requesting a follow-up. Skill Unmasked just gives access to changes in basic abilities, and the six-eared macaque's talent Shimmy Hearing always could just make up for this shortcoming. Now there is an out-of-body talent to create different doppelgangers. This meant that Lu Zhang could pretend to be many kinds of spirit pets at the same time, with a 99% probability of not being discovered. But Mu Yunlan clearly had other ideas. She didn't just take Lu Zhang to come into contact with many spirit pets. She also took him out to come into contact with many kinds of ferocious beasts. 3 days later, Sky Cloud City and Frostleaf City held a wedding together. The engagement between Song Snap of the Song family in Sky Cloud City and Yi Wuxuan, the eldest miss of the Yi family in Frostleaf City, was agreed to be married on the 22nd of next month. And on the same day, Frostleaf City's second young Miss Yi Tianmai was married to her flunky son-in-law, Su Ziming. The marriage between the Song family of Sky Cloud City and the Yi family of Frostleaf City. This matter was not a small matter when placed in the entire 12 cities of Yuanzhou. The main reason is that these two cities are in a special location. One belongs to the 6 northern cities and the other to the 6 southern cities, both in the center junction. After they reached a strategic alliance, it meant that a new situation could arise. That is, the inner city of Yunzhou is opposed to the outer ring of cities. Between all the big families, there was no absolute relationship of trust in the first place. Even in-laws in a union will sell each other out for enough profit. After Mu Nanshan learned of this news, his face immediately became very gloomy. When the Song and Yi families joined forces, and the Yi family lost their Beast King realm battle power, all the resources must be tilted towards the Song family. This was equivalent to giving the Song family the resources of an additional large family, and it also forms a strategic union of internal cities. The Song family's growth made it very difficult for Mu Nanshan's heart. Ever since he had a grudge against the Song family for personally killing Mu Yunlan's mother, Xiang Song, he had thought almost every day that the Song family could be headed for defeat. Now things were going in a direction he didn't want them to go. After further understanding and learning that the Song and Yi families were able to join in marriage, or that it was the result of Mu Yunlan's momentary obstinacy, he was even more stuck in his throat. This Mu Yunlan, he really thinks of himself as a Song family member. Mak Nanshan huffed. However, there was no one around him, so no one heard his words. After this incident, he was even more determined to cultivate Feng Jiuxiu and abandon Mu Yunlan. When Jiu Xiao reaches adulthood, let Tianqiu marry her, and as long as she gives birth to a child, this will form an absolute community of interest. Mu Nanshan decided to take out more resources to help Feng Jiuxiu improve his strength. 2 days later, Mu Yunlan realized that the golden scaled snake had been promoted to the 3rd stage through the resources of the Mu clan. As for how it was discovered, it had to start from 5 days ago, the day Lu Zhang had just stepped into the 3rd rank. Mu Yunlan was leading Lu Zhang around, acquiring different variations on the one hand, and acquiring skills on the other. One of them obtained a concealment-type talent from a 7-star transcendent spirit pet. Gift, 5 elements of harmony, effects, consuming a certain amount of spiritual energy, fusing oneself with the breath of the 5 elements in close proximity. After the fusion, imperceptible, and continuing to obtain spiritual energy from a small portion of the fused 5 elements. this ability doesn't really integrate into the land and other 5 elemental things like the earthbound transportation technique. It was just possible to blend your breath into it to avoid being probed. But if I see you, I can still tell. Breathing and heartbeats and such can be heard. It just prevents divine perception. And for the strong, precisely what is most commonly used is divine sense perception, while ignoring the senses of the 5 senses. And this ability talent also restores psychic power in small amounts. As long as it is combined with a recluse technique, it is definitely a sneaky god technique. As it happened, Lu Zhang had mastered such an ability as the earthbound transportation technique. Plus, he could also transform himself into the form of a ferocious beast that was even smaller in size and almost devoid of vibrations such as heartbeat and breathing through the phaseless skill of the phaseless beast. You can increase the lurking effect right up to the best. On that day, Mu Yunlan had Lu Zhang send an avatar to the Mu family to lurk at Feng Jiuxiao's feet. In this way, Feng Jiuxiao's movements and cultivation progress were all under her insight. Therefore, today, the golden-scaled snake stepped into the third order. Mak Yunlan was informed at the first opportunity. She couldn't help but sneer. Mu Nanshan is really willing to put money on you. The golden-scaled snake had stepped into the third stage so quickly, while Feng Jiuxiao had merely gone to obtain the chance of the Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm that one time, and has already been boosted once. Then for her to make such a big progress again, it could only be that Mu Nanshan had taken out his crushing treasures and resources to help Feng Jiuxiao improve her strength. Still, you're a little slow, my little 6 ears, but it has already reached the 6th level of the 3rd rank. Looking towards the little monkey in his arms, a smile surfaced on Mu Yunlan's face. Whether it was in terms of spiritual cultivation or skills, little 6 ears had completely surpassed that golden-scaled snake. This feeling of always trampling Feng Jiuxiao under her feet made her very happy. A few more days passed. On this day, all the clans participating in the 100 Treasure Mountain Mystic Realm gathered in Fido City. As agreed, 15 families, totaling 75 individuals. However, the Song family in Skycloud City had an extra Mak Yunlan, and it was 6 people. Yunlan, this is Uncle Chen Xian Bingchun of the Chun family in Smoky Water City, and this time your quota was evened out from the Chun family's side. Entering the secret realm, the 6 members of the Song family and the 4 members of the Chen family will move together and take care of each other. Song Yuanqiu took the initiative to introduce himself. Chen Xuanbing's sister was Song Yuanqiu's wife, and the 2 families were also in-laws, which is why they were able to even out a spot. The 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm, though nominally, was for the purpose of training disciples. However, not every time they entered, each family would have disciples strong enough to qualify, and with too little strength, going in is almost like sending them to their deaths. Once inside, life and death are each in their own way. The Qin clan didn't have any descendants to participate this time, but instead sent in people similar to guards of the dead or something like that, on the principle of taking as many resources as you can. So replacing to a slot is irrelevant, compared to the resources that one could not necessarily get their hands on when they arrived within the secret realm. The things that the Song family took out directly were obviously more tangible. "Hello Uncle Chun," Mak Yunlan cried out sweetly. With that look, those who didn't know would think she was such a well-behaved little girl. Chen Xianbing looked at Mu Yunlan and then at the little monkey. Smiling, he complimented, "I heard my brother-in-law say that her niece has first-class talent, and it's true when I see it today. You've only just awakened your talent a few months ago, and you've already cultivated your spirit pet to the 3rd rank. It's really something." With that, he looked at Song Yuanqiu again. "Isn't it a bit risky to let such a genius enter the 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm without protecting her?" Without waiting for Song Yuanqiu to answer, Mu Yunlan took the initiative and said, "Thank you Uncle Chen for your concern, but it should be someone else who should dare to feel the danger." Saying that, she couldn't help but let out another jia strange laugh. This looked at Chen Xianbing in a daze. "No, why does this girl look like she has a serious illness?" It was at this moment that the head of the Ma family spoke. "The secret realm is open. Those who participate in the trial can enter with their belt tags. Righteous fathers, feeling this book is okay, please give some recommendations and monthly votes to support it. A 5-star favorable review can make the author happy for half a day. If something doesn't fit, leave a comment pointing it out too. Thanks for the support." End of chapter. Chapter 24. Well, she's just so greedy, begging for a follow-up. Chapter 24. Well, she's just so greedy, begging for a follow-up. Chapter 24. Well, she's just so greedy, begging for a follow-up. "I'm outta here." Mak Yunlan gave a greeting and quickly walked towards the inside. She had to hurry. Going inside was for treasure hunting, and with only 7 days to find what you wanted quickly, it wasn't easy. Before, she could only say she took her chances. But now, the six-eared macaque had acquired the innate ability of out-of-body incarnation, and was completely capable of searching on a wide scale. Given enough time, you can even take all the treasures and keep them all for yourself. Well, she's that greedy. The entrance to the 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm was a stone platform. When it's time to open it, the stone platform will glow. For 7 days, it will stay glowing, and once the light was gone, it meant the secret world was closed. This was a single-person teleportation array, and only one person could stand on it at a time before being teleported within the secret realm. Everyone is transported to a different place, and to get out, you have to find the same stone platform within the secret realm first. Within the secret realm, when someone used the teleportation stone table, the other stone tables were extinguished, so it's all stuck coming out at the last minute, and that's a death wish. Usually everyone teleports out one by one on the 6th day, otherwise the risk factor is too high. The 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm was huge, but the place where the teleportation stone platform was located was relatively centralized. This makes it possible for those who enter to meet and unite. It also increases the probability of being intercepted. There were not a few people crouching next to the teleportation stone platform. Feng Zhouxiao couldn't help but frown slightly as he looked at Mu Yunlan, who had entered the secret realm in a flurry of wind. In her previous life, neither she nor Mu Yunlan had participated in this 100 Treasure Mountain secret trials. He had thought that he had managed to secure a spot with great difficulty, and could use it to obtain more resources and suppress Mu Yunlan. However, he didn't expect that the Song family would allow Mu Yunlan to participate in such a treacherous trial. Even though the secret realm itself wasn't dangerous, the fight between the Sentinel Beast Masters, that was the biggest danger. Feng Zhouxiao had only dared to enter the secret realm with the strength of a beginner at the 3rd stage by relying on the secret techniques he had mastered as an Imperial Realm Imperial Beast Master. Then what does Mu Yunlan have to offer? Could it be that the scarlet amber she had obtained in the Demon Ape Valley had brought about a cultivation increase that was more than simply allowing the six-eared macaque to advance to the 2nd rank? Feng Zhouxiao also entered within the secret realm with doubts. On the other hand, after entering the secret realm, Mu Yunlan immediately released Lu Zheng from the spirit beast pouch. Lu Zheng transmitted his voice through the bridge of sharing. After entering the secret realm, the avatars following Feng Zhouxiao outside were dissipated. It seems that my incarnation can't stay in the secret realm. Mu Yunlan had originally planned to have Lu Zheng put an avatar within the secret realm when he left, so that he could sense what had changed inside the 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm after it was closed. But now it seems that this idea cannot be realized. Okay, let's release the 9 Dharma rings first and create incarnations. Mak Yunlan was not someone who would dwell on the past. Although it was a bit of a shame that she couldn't find out the truth about the secret realm, it was meant to be a whim, and it didn't matter. Lu Zheng sniffed and immediately started releasing his skills. First, he added the 9 heavy Dharma ring to each of himself and Mu Yunlan, directly expanding the spiritual power limit of both to 10 times their original size. At the same time, the speed of spiritual energy recovery reached 10 times the original speed. Immediately after that, he began to create incarnations. Recover half your mana and create an avatar. After the incarnation appeared, it directly transformed into the appearance of a ferocious beast named Golden Horn Mountain Piercing Armor and utilized the ground transportation technique to go far away in one direction. It didn't take too long in total for all 49 incarnations to be created. After all, there was a 10-fold recovery speed of spiritual energy, and 10-fold the original spiritual energy ceiling, plus the ability to borrow Mak Yunlan's spiritual energy. It took just half an hour for all the avatars to be made. The